Hello, everyone. This is the Guardian Nigeria. Although this news has been everywhere, different newspapers have carried it. But I'm taking the one from the Guardian Nigeria, and it says British court orders Hyundai to pay 95,000 British pounds as damages to BBC journalists for libel. So this is coming from during the time of, if you all remember, when they did Sex for Grades, and Kiki Modi was there with other people, and one time David Hundeyin came accusing, attacking them and saying that, oh, it was Oge's story, Oge that did the story, but Kiki Modi took over thing. Kiki Modi was doing this, was doing that. I'm going to read that from the report. And then, it was stated that this particular Oge, there was a role she also played, but she had said she didn't want her name to be put out, and they respect, and they even put it out that there's someone who had done something. They apparently, but let me not give you the gist here. Let me read so that you follow the gist as it's going. British court orders Hundeyin to pay £95,000 as damages to BBC journalists for libel. Um, Okay, the Royal Court of Justice, a British court, has found David Hundeyin, a self-styled Nigerian investigative journalist, guilty of libel and has ordered him to pay the sum of £95,000 damages to Charles Northcote, the British Broadcasting Corporation (BBC's) journalist, who Hundeyin made weighty allegations against his journalism career graveyard article. Okay, which he made weighty allegations against in his journalism career graveyard article. Hundeyin had made several allegations against Northcote following the publication of his article, including accusing Northcote of using his position as the director of the documentary film to obtain sexual favors from Kiki Modi, Nigeria Emmy-nominated journalist who was an on-screen reporter for the BBC's Sex for Grade documentary. I accept C's evidence that this libel, so C, that's the claimant and D is the defendant. So in this case, Northcote is the claimant, Hundeyin is the defendant. And so he said, I accept C's evidence that this libel has had a very serious impact on him both professionally and personally and caused him serious harm and distress. His witness statement adopts and develops the particular harms pleaded in the POC and I accept both in their entirety. So when you talk about labor, you have to show that the person said, if somebody comes to say, oh, Aisha is ugly, or Aisha, that's not really labor, it really affect me, or something like that. But you also have to show that it affected the person and in the ways that it affected. So that's how you are making claim against those things, that it has affected. So the court awards C, that's the claimant, £95,000 damages, including aggravated damages. This is an appropriate sum to compensate C for the damage to his reputation caused by D and to vindicate his good name, and it takes appropriate account of the distress, hurt and humiliation which D's false and defamatory publication has caused him, as well as that's the defendant's aggravating conduct. The court documents the document, that's part of the things that it says in the judgment, that was done. It also ordered the website operators to remove the relevant part of Hundeyin's article, which it found offensive. The court passed this judgment on October 8, 2024. Northcote, the complainant, was represented by Ms. Wilson, while Hundeyin was neither present nor represented in court. What? You have a court against you and you didn't show up? I mean, these things are not easy. You make accusation against someone, especially things that are going to affect someone's career. You know, to really have it backed up by evidence, not just to wake up and say and begin to say things that you want to say. And then when things like that happen, you have to represent yourself, take yourself to the court and out there. But as we see how this plays out, the court noted that it passed judgment in Hundeyin's absence. In 2019, freelance journalist Ms. Modi collaborated with a team from BBC to produce a 54-minute documentary. This documentary exposed how lecturers at certain Nigerian universities prey on vulnerable female students, such as those facing academic challenges, seeking admission, or in need of mentorship by demanding sexual favors in exchange for academic benefit. You saw me looking the other way. I mean, I'm still at the airport. It's still transit. All today's video, I'm doing them while at the airport. So someone was standing here. So I was, it was, it's today funny for a while. So I needed to check. He's still looking at me all the way. He has already passed anyway. So you see how everything. Still here. So I just find a quiet corner to do this video. She worked alongside Norcott and other journalists on the project. 3 years after the release of the documentary, Hundeyi published an article titled Journalism Career Graveyard, where he accused Norcott of having an inappropriate sexual relationship with Modi and favored her to work on the Sex for Grace documentary while sidelining and deceiving Ogilvy, whom Hundeyi claimed was the brain behind the BBC documentary. In September 2022, X, formerly Twitter, went agog after Hundeyi shared the expose on his profile. The article is associated hashtag and tweet garnered substantial traction following Hundeyi's post. Norco said the post received more than 40 million online impressions between September 27 and October 31st, 2022. And I can really understand why this will go. Unlike in Nigeria, this is not in Nigeria. Other places where people will take this, seriously, people then your career will be banished forever. Nobody want to work with you and stuff like that. So this happened. I worked with a colleague to run an analysis of the defamatory article and its associated hashtag and tweets by Mr. Hyundai to see how far it has spread between 27 September and 31st October 2022. This analysis suggested the content had received more than 40 million online impressions during this period, which was calculated by tracking the total number of times the content was displayed across Twitter, on users' feed and on search results. A large percentage of these would have been abroad, but the very significant proportion of Mr. Hyundai's followers are in England and Wales. He was educated here, has been invited to speak publicly here, and he's launched 2 books here, which are sold in British bookstores. No court statement read. Following the article's publication, Hyundai made posts where he tagged Modi's handle on X, daring her and others who had issues with the expose to sue him. So now they now sued him. Why then didn't he get a representative? He didn't get a lawyer. He just decided, I think Nigeria court where the thing they will not keep. Kai. This is crazy, man. It's Nigerian court where they will keep postponing, or they will drag it, or they really wouldn't do anything. So it doesn't make any sense. Like I tell you, it doesn't make any sense to when you take people to court in Nigeria, you just end up spending your money and whatever, but then it's just to have a judgment on ground. On one occasion he wrote, then why don't you sue me for categorically stating that you had sex multiple times with at sea or court in the course of producing that documentary that is formed, and that this formed the sole basis for your fraudulent career, who there is post in 2022. The attack was so something else. The way he went after Kiki Modi and all of the other, it just like what? As for the people who are constantly threatening legal steps because my story have exposed their true nature to the international donors, NGOs and state actors, here is at West Africa Week's address. If you don't sue me, you are all bastards. I double dare you. So now they now sue you. Double dare people, they now sue you. You refuse. Is it that they didn't tell him about the suing? You refuse to appear in court, you refuse to send a representative, you just stay like that. Because there are a lot of tweets going on. I beg this video, I don't even want it to be too long. There was something that I want to wish is in here. And then now part of the revelation that has also come out which in the court and everything, which he said he has put out in his article. I don't read this article, I've never read his book anyways, so I wouldn't know. Is that this particular lady, okay, they were married. He was married to her for like, is this for some months? And he says it's for some months when he was doing all that. But at the time he was attacking Kiki Modi, he didn't say they were married. Nobody knew he was married. It wasn't public knowledge. But hey, it is what it is. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.